Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of A2O Outdoors. Hope y'all been doing good. Me and Jacob both just got out of the woods. It's extremely windy out there, and so we decided to come in here and shoot a little podcast. How are you doing today, Jacob?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thanks for asking.
That's awesome. Did you get any ticks on you or anything while we're out there trying to chase some birds in the wind?
Oh, yeah. Picked up a few.
Dang it. Alright, it's that time of year, guys. Hopefully y'all been finding some sheds and mushrooms and killing old turkey birds. So, today's topic, I have not killed a turkey yet. Like I said, we just got out of the woods. Jacob came over, tried to use his expertise to get me one killed, but Mother Nature thought otherwise. Jacob, on the other hand, Jacob, tell us about your opening morning.
Oh, we had some luck opening morning here. Um, we killed a couple birds. Me and my brother doubled up first thing Saturday morning and got on a few more, but got a few other people on some birds. So it's been a good year so far. We're just 3 or 4 days into it, so
Heck yeah.
see what the next 3 weeks holds.
That's right. I just need to get one under my belt. Get me back in the game. So today's topic is going to be, is TSS worth it?
You think it's worth it?
I do not think TSS shells are worth it. I don't think the cost is worth it.
Well, they're high. They're higher than a cat's back.
They are higher than a cat's back.
But they do have their benefits.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you
kill.
about it.
Well, I mean, people have been killing turkeys for a long time without any type of special alloy pellets or anything like that. Lead's been doing the job for a number of years. We killed them before with lead. But what TSS offers you is usually a little more range, which is beneficial in some scenarios. We, like everybody else, try to get them as close as possible. So
That's right.
hopefully we don't need it, but it is nice to have the confidence that, I'm not saying that lead doesn't kill them out there 50, 60 yards, but the fact of the matter is it doesn't do as good a job as the high density pellets. So
Yeah.
So they work. They're really expensive. Do you have to have them to kill turkeys? Absolutely not. But they do offer some benefits for the guys that go that route.
Shoot, yeah. So we can still go to Walmart, buy some good old Winchester Remington Nitros or something, Winchester Double XP, and still kill turkeys, is what you're saying.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I think most people would agree on that. I'm no big. Of course, we've talked about it several times, but I rarely pattern shotguns. Rarely look at that unless I know I have a problem. So
Yeah.
TSS isn't a huge deal for me because I don't get into that a whole lot. But of course, pretty much everything that you pick up out of the box, out of a quality firearm. I know some people have had some crazy stories about patterns out of shotguns, certain shotguns. I've been through it with the particular gun that I used to hunt with, but by and large, pretty much any shell is going to shoot straight at 10, 15,
Yeah.
20 yards. Going to hold a good pattern. And that's where we're hoping to kill them. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're not aiming for a 80-yard kill. I'm not sure that I've ever understood the hype behind that. You know, being able to shoot them as far as you can shoot them. That sometimes doesn't lead to a very ethical result.
What if you're a bad turkey hunter? You got to take those long shots.
Got to get better. I'd say like everything else. I mean, and that's what we try to put a lot of time and effort into is getting the right shot. Whether it's deer, coyotes, turkeys, being able to close that distance with any game animal is paramount. Uh,
Absolutely.
we we try to hone that aspect of our game over our ability to harvest those animals at, say, long distances or tough shots.
Absolutely. Shoot, yeah. Well, what kind of shotgun was that you had trouble patterning?
uh, it was a Charles Daly.
Oh gosh,
Uh,
20 or 12.
it was a 12, and and that was a weird deal too. I hunted with it for several years. Had great luck out of it. Had zero issues killing birds. I don't think I missed one for 3 or 4 years with it. And one day I called one up about a 15-yard shot, 15-20 yard shot, and just whiffed. I was like, man, that doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But it happens to everybody. So went back out a few days later and got another one within range. This one was probably 20, 25 yards. It's still a high percentage shot on a turkey. Took a shot at him and did the same thing. Like, well, you know what I need to do? I need to pattern my shotgun
Yeah.
with the shells I was shooting.
See what it's doing.
Yeah, so it wasn't good. And I ended up going through it with that gun. I'm still not sure what's wrong with it. I've set it in the corner and haven't shot it since. So.
Yeah.
But it was way off for some reason. Even the edge of the pattern was starting like 6 or 8 inches to the right. So everything was shooting right. And yeah, I benched that one.
I guarantee it.
Went with a different one. So.
What are you shooting now?
Most of the time I'm shooting a Benelli 12 gauge, Benelli pump.
Heck yeah.
I've got a 20 gauge. I'm carrying it now, so it's an old Ithaca Featherlight.
Oh yeah.
Kicks like a mule.
I guarantee it.
But it's a nice old shotgun. I haven't actually harvested one with it, so I'd like to have the opportunity this year. The second.
I guarantee it. So while we're on the topic of is our TSS shells worth it? We got a lot of hype in the 410s. A lot of hype in the 410 single shots, which CVA came out with that Scout. They came out with a specific turkey hunting gun. I mean, really is what they did, and it's been pushed. But people are buying it. People are using it and having a great, an absolutely great time with it, with a red dot on it. That's going to lead us into another little rabbit hole. But so I've pretty much I shot my first turkey ever with a 12 gauge, and ever since then, it burned me. I was a little kid, ended up with a black eye. It was a Thompson Center single shot, thumb hole stock. I remember it like it was yesterday, and shooting 3.5s, and it absolutely it ruined my day. So
Remember it.
I still remember it. Yeah, just like it was yesterday. So I've shot some turkeys with 12 gauges since then. I've got a Benelli Super Black Eagle 2. I absolutely love it. But I went back to my OG. Y'all aren't gonna believe this. 20 gauge Mossberg Bantam 500. Still has the used stock on it. Short, little bitty shotgun.
Heck yeah.
But so I bought a choke for it. I thought this year, hey, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy me a new choke. It's gonna make a world of difference. It's gonna be shooting just laser beams out there. Started to pattern it. Had to call Jacob, talk to him about it a little bit. Didn't pattern very well. I'm not going to throw the name of the manufacturer out there because I don't think that's the issue. A lot of times I think that whenever you put aftermarket chokes in guns or use a different kind of shotgun shell, it could pattern different. I really believe that. So I think it's definitely a good idea, no matter what, to pattern your shotgun. I know we don't do a very good job of it, but
it's absolutely, especially if it's a new gun. I'm not detracting from the fact that it is important to know how your gun's shooting before you go try to harvest and kill an animal or take an animal. That's extremely important. But
Absolutely, just like a bow or deer rifle or something.
yeah, I mean, no doubt. But when you got the same gun, similar ammunition, same ammunition, uh, yeah, never never got into double checking it. I know that.
Yeah, but hey, it works. And for a lot of people, for majority of Americans out there, I'd say that they probably, I mean, a lot of people aren't patterning their shotguns. I mean, they just get they get a shotgun off the shelf, a Remington 870 or something like that, or
Yeah,
maybe.
and I don't know, maybe I think a lot of times, and it's just like a rifle or a bow or anything else. I mean, you expect that setup to perform well at a certain range, and that may not be the case.
We had a phone call.
Telephone call.
So, with all that being said, talking about my baby shotgun that I use, it's great. I love it. But so, I mean, there's really only a few things that you can do to fix a pattern issue. And really, the two main ones are switch ammunition, switch the choke, or go to a red dot. Nowadays, everybody goes to a red dot.
Yeah, man, that's about all you can do. If you try swapping ammunition first, if you still have the same issue, I mean, really, outside of changing the choke tube, which, I mean, probably has a pretty big impact. People put red dots on them, and that looks cool. Looks like a lot of fun. I've
Yeah.
never gone down that path, but I might one of these days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got one sitting right here. I was gonna throw this. This is just a Strike Eagle. No, I'm sorry. Strike Fire, Spitfire, Strike Fire, a Vortex that I had on another gun, and I thought about whenever I was having a little bit of issues with that shotgun patterning, I was gonna throw this on there to alleviate the issue. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do instead, but so what's the biggest hype about the 410s?
I mean, they're cool. They're low recoil, light, usually light weapons. I mean, kind of similar to what you've done with the old 20 gauge youth model there. I mean, people can maneuver them well.
Easy to pack around.
They're easy to carry. I mean, they're not typically bulky like my giant Benelli Supernova
Yeah.
that rattles like a tin can around the fore end. And
Yeah, but you can beat the fire out of it and the thing's still going to shoot, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had any trouble thus far.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely like shooting a semi-automatic shotgun, but most of the time, I just prefer a pump action.
I have two for turkeys. I'm not sure I can explain why. It's what we had growing up. And I always don't think I've ever killed a turkey with a semi-automatic shotgun.
Yeah.
Probably only hunted with one. Maybe a handful of times. Right now, I can't recall.
Yeah.
Ever actually carrying one in the turkey woods, but of course, I mean they're highly effective. Also, we just always stuck with the old pump that we can drag around.
Absolutely.
Not feel too bad about crawling on top of it and
That's right.
dragging it through the mud and beating it on the rocks. So
Absolutely.
that's what we've stuck with.
So, do you think that you'll ever switch? Excuse me. Do you think you'll ever switch? Do you think you're going to go and follow the trend and get a 410 shotgun, single shot? You can buy one cheap.
I doubt it. I'm not really a trend follower.
Jacob's not on the bandwagon. I was for a minute, and then I was like, I need to put money elsewhere. We've got more thermals and stuff like that to worry about than shotguns.
Yeah, shotguns they don't get a lot of TLC around my place.
Yeah, I understand.
Drag them out a couple of times a year for certain things and stick with what works, man.
Yeah.
I think the 410s are great for kids though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
I got broke in on a 20 gauge Mossberg,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's still with a 3-inch turkey load in. It's a pretty good wallop
Oh yeah.
for a 6, 7, 8 year old. So.
Shoot, yeah, it is. I'm still using the gun that I got started on. Um, well, so in other words, our TSS shell's worth it. I guess what you're getting at. I mean, because you're using them. I'm not. I'm most certainly not using them. But
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
all in what you want to do, I
they
guess.
the biggest difference with TSS that I've seen personally is it it even at the same range, it definitely kills more effectively.
Yeah.
I had never till we started using TSS. I never shot a gobbler that didn't flop.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually running out there, grabbing him by the neck, making sure he doesn't kick all his tail fan out while he's
Yeah.
flopping around there. And I mean, I've seen several over the last couple of years that just stone dead
Yeah.
when they hit the ground. And that, I mean, it, you know, I guess I'll say this: anything that is more effective for the actual harvest, for the actual kill, I mean, to the animal, that's worth it.
Absolutely. I agree with you. So our TSS shells worth it? Absolutely. They are. They're worth it. But you can also do it the old school way, which is the route that I'm going. I absolutely would if I wanted to spend the money. I just got other priorities right now, so I'm not going to buy TSS shells, but they definitely do a better job. Better job of killing. That's what the expert is saying.
That's my opinion as a non-expert amateur turkey hunter.
I think that you can. I think you can just see what it's doing to these turkeys and know that it's worth it. Though I mean, it's putting a hurting on them. But hey, guys, I think that's all we got. Is that all we have for today?
Might be all we have for today.
We couldn't have Clay on here today. He's on a big road trip right now, so
He's out of town.
it's frowned upon whenever you're trying to podcast with the family or whatever he might be doing. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you don't care, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.